Welcome to Forza Motorsport. We're here on Xbox Series X. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So it has been a while since I have played Forza Motorsport. I thought since it's the start of 2025, and it's been a bit since the launch at this point, that it might be a good time to revisit the experience, talk about the, enhancements, what's changed, the improvements, and just the overall scope of what this Forza Motorsport experience provides. Now, this is supposed to be the long-term Forza Motorsport experience, so I am anticipating that this will continue to get updated and upgraded, and they'll do new things with this over time, and maybe as something new and exciting comes down the road, we'll get this bumped up even further. But for now, this is the state of Forza Motorsport. So when the game first released, it was very technically quite impressive. There was a lot for them to adjust in terms of how you basically progress, how you enjoy the game. Things weren't just quite right, and I think they've done some really good advancements in regards to making this a better experience for those that had some issues for the launch of this particular offering. And I think that's great. I really do. It's nice because this is supposed to be, like I said, a long-term Forza. We used to get these games every 2 years. Now we're just gonna be stuck with one for, I guess the goal is a decade. They said that about all the Xbox games. Most of them did not reach that mark at all, but that's the idea. Is they're supposed to be like long-term, decade-long updated games. Maybe some iterative things. Maybe they'll do like a flight sim thing, because that was supposed to be a decade too, and they're doing like, iterative releases upon it. But that's the idea of what they're headed towards for this particular one here. So we're going to continue free play. Exit. We'll start up a new race. So we've got a few different graphical modes. That's what you're probably wondering a little bit about. So we got a few different graphical settings that you can adjust from the main menu. So you go to video. We were playing on Performance RT, which is a dynamic 4K at 60 FPS, which is more like 1500-ish p. And it's got the ray traced on-track reflections, so some environmental reflections, mostly the cars with their ray tracing. We've got visuals, which is sort of your full 4K, absolute full 4K at 30 FPS. With ray tracing, again, just a little bit more complex ray tracing. And then finally, there's the performance mode, which is just 4K 60. So it's basically like a full 4K 60, but it is like dynamic, quote-unquote. So we're going to turn on visuals mode, save the selection, and go to another race here, and show that off. Okay, we're going to pick, I don't know, a different car or something like that. Let's do the McLaren 2013 because it's a beautiful car and definitely something to take a look at. And we'll do not the Speedway. They've also added a lot of tracks, which I think is kind of exciting. If you were waiting for more like track options, because there was some more historic levels that were missing, so that's kind of appreciated. They also have things such as HDR, variable refresh rate, which is a VRR. They've got spatial sound, Dolby Atmos, DTS:X. There's supposed to be PC gamepad, and yeah, a wide range of accessibility, customized options, and all these different things that you can enjoy when you're racing. So keep in mind that this is the visuals mode. So the idea here is like literally full 4K, 30 FPS. I would assume that this is likely going to be like a baseline. Oh, and the ray tracing. And yeah, I'm assuming this is going to be a baseline for future releases in regards to like big upgrades. It's just say if there's like a more intensive console down the road, or they could be taking the PC side of things, which has the global illuminated ray tracing that was added during an update a while back. This is also a very large game in terms of file size, but I guess it is better to have that downloaded locally as opposed to any sort of cloud thing, as we learned from the really disappointing launch of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So I guess it is a bit of a good thing that we actually can download this locally, even though the file size is ridiculously large. Wow, that was a fast race. I feel like that one's usually, oh, it's the short circuit reverse. Okay, because I'm like, usually that map is a lot longer. That was like a 2-second 2-second quickie on that. Holy. That's like 30 seconds or something like that. Okay. Maybe I have to go to do the complex race setup to actually get like a full scale thing going on. Well, I guess it's good because we don't have to waste too much time on the top tier visuals mode. Just because it's like you're racing and it's like racing at, you know, 30 FPS isn't great, but it's nice that that exists. Okay, let's get back to that. Is there not even the option to kind of like change which setup that is? I feel like we just wasted the McLaren on that. Let's do the 2019 Porsche 911 there. Oh yeah, so it's track layout random. That's my issue right there. Is I did track layout random. The Mount Panorama, Sebring, Suzuka, the Yasmart. Oh, that one's nice. I'm always wondering about the let's Sebring. We'll do this one. Yeah. Like, one of my favorites always was from Forza 4, which was the Bernese Mountain. Bernese Mountains? Yeah. Midnight, Night, Sunset. Let's do Sunset. And it's fog. They really have all kinds of weather, don't they? And a light drizzle. Yes, a light drizzle. That's what I find so impressive, is just, like, how technical this is. The day racing, the night racing, the different weathering conditions and stuff like that. Like, Forza Motorsport is, you know, a beast of a game, right? It is interesting, though, because, like, I've seen it literally since, oh, I don't, like, Forza 4, like, I've played earlier. I've played all of them. There's videos for every single motorsport on the channel, by the way. Seriously, all of them. I've done a video for every single entry in the series on the channel. All running on, like, original hardware and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun to do. But, yeah, it is interesting, because we were getting iterative releases, like I said, every 2 years, and we were actually seeing technical advancements. But this one just sort of has everything, right? Even the environment now has, like, dynamic elements to it, like trees rustling and moving, and, you know, things going on in the backdrops, and dynamic elements of the track, and, like, there's a lot to be impressed about by this game. Like, it is a very mighty racing game. I also kind of wonder if the launch of this one might have like damaged its legacy a bit, because usually when a motorsport comes out, it's like the best racing game in the industry. You know, like, obviously there's not really anything that comes close to the Horizon series as far as like open world racing, just in terms of like cars and action and fun and excitement and just the scale of it. But Motorsport, I definitely feel like this one, due to its rocky launch, definitely fell a little bit far from the kind of well-known sort of top of tier of the industry it was sort of known for. And yeah, there's definitely a lot of competition in regards to circuit racing, and there was definitely some more kind of groundbreaking or impressive kind of things I've seen recently in regards to circuit racing. So I do hope they can kind of get it back. Oh, that was bad. I didn't see that coming, being in the first person. First person, I really should, honestly, probably get my race wheel. See, I never have time to set up my racing wheel, and it's like, it's disappointing. Like, if this game didn't have so much like size that it took up, I'd probably keep it, you know, installed on my Xbox like it used to for the Forzas, but it's just, it's so hard these days because of space, right? Especially that sweet current gen storage that's taken up here. Could you please drive a little faster, Stingray there? I'm trying to catch up here, but these cars, they look fantastic. The models are pretty clean. The environment looks really detailed, quite realistic. At the same time, I definitely do see where there's room for technical boundary pushing that they're not, like, I could still see where they can go further with this game, which I think is kind of interesting, but I don't think we're going to see too many generational leaps, and I believe that the next big upgrade for this game will likely come in the form of the global illuminated ray tracing if we get that on the console, but I don't anticipate that for this console. Even though the Series X is mighty, I just don't think it's got what it takes to achieve that unless we get the kind of magical upscaling tech out of nowhere, which I just can't see happening at this point. But yeah, it's just like, it is a very, very good looking racing game. It is honestly very, very impressive. And as I've been saying, I think the advancements they've kind of made, just in terms of like cleaning this game up, making it look better, making the progression better, adding new content, adding tracks, everything like that, it's good. The state of it, again, coming back to that, I do firmly believe that, like, you know, like, I thought it was impressive at the time. You can go back and watch my review of it, and you can see what my thoughts were at the time. I don't have issues with this game. It's just, it sort of was supposed to be, like, the ultimate Forza, and they spent longer than ever working on it, and it could have been a lot stronger out of the gate. It certainly could have had a bit more oomph behind it. I think Xbox really needed that at the time, too, so it is a little... Man, my selection of cars kind of sucks. See with this, how much space this takes up. I haven't been able to like put the time in to really get that going there. Barcelona, Catalonia, Franco. There's so many like tracks. Coney. This one's beautiful. I'm gonna put it in a rainstorm. Yes, I like that. This map is gorgeous though. But yeah, I do see some room for more technically like pushing kind of stuff, and I look forward to seeing how that advances over time. You know, getting ray tracing in the game is great. Getting these technical improvements in the game is fantastic. Turn 10 always really pushes boundaries. But there was also a little thing where it's like, I think they could have pushed the boundaries a little even further on this one. We kind of take a look here. Oh, there's photo mode, rewind stuff, all that stuff here. So I would say, though, yeah, you can't change it during the game. I would say if you are looking for a recommended graphical setting, that Performance RT is my sort of definitive recommended option here. Like, you can do 4K 60, and it's like, yeah, it looks a little bit better. But I think having the ray tracing effects here, ooh, that was bad, is fantastic. I think I can recover. Yeah, of course there was no time gain. I went flying off the map. There's like a rainstorm, thunderstorm. Anyways, I digress. I really do think... Oh, I wonder what kind of penalty I'm going to get there. Small time gain. I gained time on that? I don't feel like I gained time on that. I do think the Performance RT, though, is kind of your way to go. I can't even see the track. I guess that's the point of racing in this weathering condition, is this sort of thing going on here. You don't have, like, snow and stuff? I wonder if that's specific track things. I'm just trying to think of all the different weather variants. Like, there is a lot of very specific weather. And then there's also, like, the dynamic weathering that can go on, too. That's always really cool. This is really hard to drive it, honestly. Like, it's really impacting the car. Was it the hydroplaning and stuff like that? Or it could also be some of their settings trying to override my actual driving settings. I don't care. Doesn't matter. We're showing it off. That's actually like a quick racetrack too. I gotta go and remember to actually change the lap settings so that we're getting you know, a longer like race, so it's not like 2 seconds long, because it's like kind of just like whipping through these maps, which is good because I'm trying to show off a variety of different scenarios to you the best I can. But yeah, the 4K 60 mode, like if you want to have absolute like 4K 60, you can do that with the, you know, performance mode. But I would personally recommend by default to just embrace Performance RT, because you get those next gen, well, current gen visuals, like, you know, ray tracing stuff. And you also get a pretty high resolution threshold. And, like, it is a very, very beautiful looking game for sure. Body. Kind of want to give the Stingray another try. The Camaro. See, I'm trying to show off different brands, but like, that is an ugly looking car. Oh, I'm gonna go with that one. With like there's like a brown kind of aesthetic to it. King Hummer. Full socket. Homestead, Le Mans, Lime Rock. Let's do Lime Rock Park. Someone left a cake out in the rain. Partly cloudy. Sunset. Late afternoon. Let's do it. See, there's so many little settings you can like fine tune too. I guess I could have done rain during the day. Rain during the day is always fun and intense. But yeah, I really do think most of you will be pretty fine and satisfied with getting those, you know, that little bit of ray tracing in there. But if you do want the full 4K, at 60 they give you that. It's basically full 4K. In like a worst case scenario, it might dip a little bit, but hey, Split Second returned, guys. You see that? You guys remember Split Second? Yeah, so the game is in a better state at this point. I'm glad to have, you know, chosen to dive back into this, I guess. I don't know why, I was just kind of thinking about it. I was like, we haven't been to this in a while, and I've heard some nice things about this one, and I was like, okay, we'll go in. I'll download it over a night, and we'll give it a little bit of a jump through, and then take a look at how it's, you know, shaped up and everything like that, and, did that car just change colors in the middle of the race? Am I crazy? I feel like I'm hallucinating. Did that car change colors? That car was not yellow like 2 minutes, or like a minute ago. No, 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 no. That car in front of us was not yellow. It was like... I feel like I'm being gaslit by Forza here. That's... How did that happen? Was it always yellow? I just didn't know. Is it a bug? I'm really, really genuinely confused. Anyways, I'm kind of hoping that this showcased the game decently well in terms of like the different maps. That was a short race too. What's wrong with the trees? You see the trees in the backdrop? They're not even loaded in. What's going on? What's going on? I'm seeing things. Something's happening. Okay, I am kind of curious. Can we go see the replay here? Okay. Okay, is there a way to... camera angle? Can we follow me? Driver list, okay. I want to, like, follow me. Camera angle. There's no other camera angle I can do? Okay. Is there, like, a ghost cam? I want to ghost cam this. Change camera type. Replay, rail camera, point of interest, car close, car far. Car close. That's terrible. Change camera type. Car far, car advance, wheel, 3/4, roof. Alright, here we go. I don't want to exit. Okay, so I'm here. Where did the car change colors? Okay, so it is yellow here. Okay, let's just take a look at this. I think it was like coming up here, right? And then one of the cars just like turns yellow. No, maybe it was always yellow. Maybe it was just like a thing, I was just seeing things. Yeah, no, it looks like it was yellow the whole way through. Maybe I am going crazy. Maybe it's the replay? I'm gonna have to re-look at the footage of this video afterwards, because I am really... I don't know, it does. It looks like it was yellow the whole time. Maybe I was tracking the wrong car. I'm really thrown for a loop on that now. Okay. Got totally sidetracked. Was it yellow? Was it yellow in the race? I don't know. I'm sure someone will tell me I'm crazy or something like that now. I'm Forza hallucinating. But yeah, I think it's a lot better. They've done some nice stuff here. I think if you've been maybe kind of wanting to get back into it, it's probably a good time to. Looks nice. Just be prepared for a very, very large install size, but I'm sure you can have your breath taken away by the magic of Forza Motorsport in its present iteration. I don't think we'll come back to this too often. I didn't even necessarily plan to revisit it, but I was kind of sitting there. It was on my mind again, you know. I was sitting there thinking like, wow, we don't really talk about this one a whole lot. And it's like, Forzas were always pretty groundbreaking moments for like Xbox. So it is strange, and it'll be interesting to see where this one ends up in the future and how it continues to evolve. And I hope you enjoyed this new look at Forza Motorsport.